Just closed on a new house. Aren't you so happy for me? Yeah.
Well,
I have practice. Unfortunately, failing forward. It's just, guys. I mean, I can't emphasize enough. If you are not lead generating systematically every day, there is literally no excuse to not be in the room. There just isn't. And that's a harsh thing to say, and it's just the truth. So good stuff on that. I want to make some quick introductions and turn my phone off. I'm sorry. Make some quick introduction. Okay, I'm just going to go around the room, make sure I don't meet anybody. Richard, right? Richard Rancet. Reset. I was close. I know we spent a bonding 45 minutes together, right? Richard Rancet is just got past his test, and we just submitted his license paperwork. We don't have his back yet, so he's not official, but I'm sure he will be very soon. So if you guys would welcome him. And you are going to go on a team, correct? And have you made your decision yet? Not to put a gun to your head in front of everybody. You're still interviewing, right?
I think I'm going to join Come Home Anchors.
woohoo!
Oh, fantastic.
That guy's a beast, I like it.
So, and then we actually welcomed last week Taylor, but he is officially licensed now. We got his licensing paperwork yesterday, so congratulations, Taylor. And I know that you're looking around and working and interviewing people. I don't think you've made a decision yet, so I won't put you on the spot unless you look at me and go, it's okay. That's okay, working through the process. Esther Kim is here, and she just passed her test, and Yvonne, I had to scramble to a last minute thing, so Yvonne stepped in and pinch hit for me and signed her paperwork, so we are hoping to get her license back soon. You guys can all feel sorry for Esther. She's a very good friend of Jacob Seburn's. So, no, Esther's known Jacob for a long time, and she was referred to us from Jacob, and he's been encouraging her along the way. I know that you guys talked this weekend, or earlier last week, and so we're super excited. By the way, support the dish. They own that. So, anybody that needs sushi, go to her restaurant and support fellow K-Dubs. And I don't know, have we met?
Not yet.
We have not met.
I'm
You want
Carter.
to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Carter.
Oh, you're Carter.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, hi. Sorry.
And I'll be working for the Erickson Group.
Yes.
And then mainly at Eagle River, but here too. So nice to meet you
Awesome.
guys.
Is it Chanum? Chanum. Chum.
It's very simple and boring.
Okay, got it. Yes, and his license came through, so he's good to go as well, I believe. Did I say that right? I'm not confusing myself?
Yes.
Okay, who am I missing? It's fast and furious. It's hard to keep up with everything. All kinds of good stuff, good growth. Oh, Robert Bassett in there. Yes, there is Robert. Okay, so let's see who closed some deals this last week. I know you all missed him last week. He was gone.
I was away on business.
Was it
Shayna.
Vegas?
It was Vegas. There's business in Vegas.
It's not in Vegas.
Sean Babbitt, Charlie Bagg, Les Bailey, Holly Beam, Joe
Oh,
Bell.
Holly Beam in Dillingham. By the way, I've gotten a couple, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I've gotten a couple of emails lately about Dillingham. Holly Beam is our realtor in Dillingham. So if you ever have a referral out there, which Christy Tanner just had one to send out, that's your gal. She's in Flex. You'll never see her because she's in Dillingham, but she's with us.
Joe Bell.
I'm smart.
Oh, yeah, Justin.
No. Justin has to get his own. Come on.
Annie Bjorkestrand. Is that pretty good?
That's good. You got it right. Good job.
Jared. Not saying it. Nicholas
Twice.
Bobo. Bob Bolding. Carl Brent. Christina Carlson. Ben Charles. Vincent Clark. Did he sign it? Kristen Cole. Me.
You had two?
Brandy Crew.
Didn't you have two?
No. Brandy Crew. Kevin Cross. Heather D. Stephen Day. Matt
Tomas.
Dimmick.
You gotta say it, Yvonne.
Chris. Shit, what she said. Chris Drusdo, Ed Erickson, Janice Shaporta, Cody Fenton, Bill Fernandez, Sam Goldman,
Hey, Sam.
Kelly Harris, Benjamin Hornak, Patrick James, Michael King, Leslie Coldaway, Tyson Kroon, Phyllis Kruger, Paul Leishman, Questalot, Joseph Lowndes, Heidi Lucas, Amy Mackey Hornak,
So it happens tomorrow, spread out across the entire state of Alaska.
Irvin Malkut,
Oh, good, yay.
Larry Malden, Justin McGee, whose wife is now pregnant. So it's good.
Honeymoon baby.
Congratulations. Yeah, no.
Did you say no?
Reboot that.
That was a workroom conversation. Everybody was there. There's no
Yes,
confidentiality here.
honeymoon, that's what I say. David Meneses, Christy Mock, Reed Moore, Kurt Moses, Kareem Muir, Debbie Newman, Michael Naumann.
Michelle Newman, that was not even
Oh,
close.
Put that on the slide. Diet Owen.
I don't ever
Fred
get to make
Owen.
fun of you. You gotta let me know. Come on.
Alyssa Parent, Amy Peltier, Clinton Pearson, Gerald Pestrikoff,
Just want one.
Brittany Radford, nothing.
Nothing, they're all out in the valley.
Mayan Reed, Dustin
Mian.
Renner.
Me and.
Damn it.
So embarrassing.
That's not as, that's,
This goes on YouTube.
Let's take a quick vote. Is that a swear
is that
word?
a swear?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
I hear some no's.
I was no majority.
Didn't say no to
There we go. Left side of the room is
Hey, it's in the Bible, it's fair game.
Stephen Renner, Sarah Shorter, Anna Schulman, Julie, Stuart Smith, Joe Sonnerholm, Mace Bragg, Jen.
Thank you.
Oh.
There's right there. I'm used to the crazy ones. I
Jesse
have better
Tanner.
clothes.
Brandon, I will wear green.
First
Tatum.
two checks, yay!
Two of them.
2 of them. That was pathetic. His first 2 closings ever. Can we get one? Thank you.
And if you guys can't find a photographer, he does do photography on the side. Erica Tynes, Ryan Thompson.
Wait.
Tina's.
Oh,
Try again.
sorry. Jeremy Tompkins,
This is fun.
Kristen Van Wee, Hondo,
Alejandro.
Parker Wilson, Denny Wood.
I did have one more. You're on the front row. I won't take your eyes out.
That's okay.
See? I'm saying, we're used to the crazy ones. When she does the easy, we can't catch.
I like to keep you off your game, off your guard. Okay, so let's hear a little bit of gratitude. I'm grateful for forgiveness. Oh man, boy, that's not the truth. I'm grateful for gumbo. Matt's out of town right now, so I don't know who that was. I'm grateful that my dog who tolerates my 4-year-old little man. My dog doesn't tolerate anything. I got to work late because he ate another shoe. Everyone's regressing.
And you got new shoes, there's a bonus in
My
everything.
17-year-old was not happy. I can't wear these shoes to school, I look stupid. You look fine, get out the door. I'm grateful for Becca, Allison, and Marcy. Shayna, Evan, we didn't make the cut on this one, so I guess.
Better step up our
I
game.
guess we're slacking. I'm grateful for Lainey. I'm thankful for the Stapley sisters. Again, this is but if you guys are new to team meeting, this is usually what we call the Becca and Lainey show. Oh, a little child wrote this, or Kevin Cross, I'm not sure which. Kyra. Do you know this name? I want to give this kid credit. Kinsey. Oh, KW Big Heart. Yeah.
Oh.
Becca. That's just very sweet. I'm keeping that one now. I'll get it later. I'm grateful for glasses. Grateful for Becca's candy jar. I am grateful. This is a great affirmation. I'm grateful for grumpy people on the phone. I'm grateful for opportunity. I'm grateful for grandparents who love babysitting. Allison's friendship. Oh, that's nice. I'll keep that one out for you.
That's sweet.
Grateful for, oh, this is from Sydney. So Kinsey and Sydney jumped in. Keller Williams Love, otherwise known as K.W.L. I'm grateful for spray tans and sad lights. Although we have turned the corner on that now. It is nice and light. Becca who rocks. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for a great boss. You didn't have to put that in there. That was nice. You know, I appreciate that. You don't have to hide behind me. And then
My life tumor.
I'm grateful for my OP, Matt Dimmick, and for Becca Bear. So, cool stuff. Okay, what am I forgetting in terms of announcements before I launch into what I wanted to chat about today?
Do we want to go ahead and put on everyone's calendar April 9th? 12 to
Yes,
4.
yes, April 9th. Damn it, I didn't know what she was talking about, and then I was there. April 9th from 12 to 4 in Eagle River. How many of you guys have ever taken a class we taught? There's the Eagle River office, and then right next to it is the library, right across the parking lot, and they've got a great, fantastic meeting room, big training room, comfortable. We are teaching, or I am teaching, I guess, the 4 disciplines of execution again. We did it last summer over at UAA. Apparently lots of people forgot about it. Because everybody's going, what's this new thing? I'm like, you mean the big, huge class that we taught over at UAA for like 100 people? But we are doing it again. So if you are interested in that class, or we do it, is it $10? Have we set a number to that?
$10 will do it.
$10, that'll help us cover the meeting room and the cost of printing all the materials. Guys, the 4 disciplines of execution, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, this is a Covey, you know, you guys are Franklin Covey, Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is a Covey organization system, I guess would be the best word. We spent a lot of money to fly me down to Portland last year to get certified to teach this. It was a 3-day intensive class, and one of the benefits is we get all the copyrighted materials, the PowerPoints, the videos, the whole 9 yards. So I have all of that, and had the opportunity now to teach that in a couple places, here and then in Washington DC to a group of, we had the 50 top realtors in the DC area, specifically Capital District were there. And then the Market Center leadership teams from the 6 or so offices in that area as well. It is an absolutely phenomenal program that helps you, what it does is it helps you execute the one thing, is what it does. So if you're interested in that, we'll have a sign-up sheet at the front desk. We'll have a flyer going out and definitely block the time. You cannot bring food into the library. I learned that the hard way when I said brown bag lunch last time, and apparently no brown bags allowed. So eat before. I know it's kind of weird to have like the 12 to 4, so just have a nice brunch at 11 and be out there.
The Eventbrite link will be up tomorrow morning. It goes live in the morning.
I didn't want to commit you without permission. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yes. So 4 disciplines of execution. Recruit Select, I started sending out the link. We have the registration link now. So the link has been sent to those of you who have said you were interested. If you didn't get it, or if you thought it was junk and deleted it, let us know and we'll get that. You need to get registered immediately. That's April 24th and 25th in Seattle at the Marriott. But I don't know exactly where it is. It's the only hotel that I haven't been to in the airport district. That didn't sound good at all. For training, for regional training. But you can get, wow. Integrity is in question. So definitely, if you're interested, stop me, stop Allison, and we'll get you the link to get you registered. We've got a great group of people going down. It's going to be a small group of super, smart, talented individuals. I'm really looking forward to sort of the download after, when there's 10 of us that can sit down and have dinner and talk through the challenges that we're facing. And I think that may prove to be as valuable as the class itself. I think Questa's going, Vicki Hudson will be there, Lindsay.
I think Mom might come too.
Okay, Lindsay and potentially Beth. Chris Drusido's going down. Linwood, yes, no, maybe? Still working on it?
Still working on it.
Maybe. I know there's a few others, and but Kylie is supposed to be going.
Darn, there's one team.
Darn Ed are going. Well, that just made it worth it right there.
Right.
So good group of people to be down there with.
We did solidify, Smokey is coming up in July to do it here.
Smokey Garrett, yes, that is his real name, will be here. He is the, oh Lord, RDOPTL, you name it. He's got like a list of initials after his name in Texas. Super, super successful team leader that's moved into OP and regional roles. And he is coming here in July to teach the class. The dates stay the same?
7th, 9th.
Somewhere in the 7th, 8th, and 9th of July. So if you can't get out of town to go do it, It is coming here. I will tell you, I mean, we don't make any money on this at all, but I will tell you, there is a value to getting on a plane and going somewhere because you tend to focus at a much higher level than when you're here. Now, I mean, I want you all here and taking it, but you're running out to take a call. Oh gosh, I gotta go get this repair thing that just popped up, emergency. Your focus just isn't the same, you know, locally. So, yes, sir.
What class is it?
Recruit Select.
Oh,
Yes, sorry, I probably never said that in that whole speech. Okay, anything else? Janet? Okay. Linwood?
I was going to say, Mark Willis is actually doing Recruit Select, and I need to check on the dates, but it's going to be in Austin, like the 16th through like the 20th of June. So.
Do you guys know how to navigate those calendars? If you go to kw.com and you go into My Market Center Internet and you look on the calendar, there are filters that you can use. You've got local, you've got regional, and you've got international. So you can see all the Austin training events. You can see what the region is putting on. It's all there for you to take a peek at. So really great tool for you to utilize. Absolutely. Okay, anything else? Welcome back, Yvonne and Shayna. They had a nice spring break. Glad you guys were able to do that.
Kids gotta have fun.
Thank you for letting us do that.
You are very, yes, well, you are very welcome. I'm pretty sure you gave me the dates. This is when I'm going.
Allison Paul.
Okay, so what I want to talk about today is this new thing. Totally new idea. It's called lead generation. I know.
Slow down one.
Can you spell that for me? And I know, you know, going back to the basics, but this is really sort of our, collectively, as your leadership team, we've dedicated these next 66 days to the focus on lead generation. We've spent the first quarter, most of it, talking about customer service, bulletproofing your transactions, dealing with people across the aisle, dealing with the challenges of for sale by owners, how to navigate technically this market and create raving fans that generate referrals. So since you've all been putting into practice these amazing skill sets and working with your database and creating raving fans, all of that goes to waste if you don't lead generate to your database, correct? So I want to talk about, and I'm just gonna, we're really gonna go back to like ground level 101, and I just think we have to keep doing that, you know, systematically over time. What are the, I want to hear from you. How do you lead generate effectively? What are the practical, you know, I want to hear you pick up the phone and call. What are the practical steps that you have to have in place? And especially since we've got some newer people here today as well. This is great information for them to hear. What's step one to systematizing lead generation and really being on point? What is step one?
Time blocking.
Time blocking. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. Shayna, you want to throw in anything about that? You,
That's what I'm saying, you gotta put it on your calendar. You gotta
So what
do
does
it
that
on
look like?
purpose. You just have to do it on purpose. You have to do it on purpose every day. You have to show up with a plan, whatever time that is, however that looks like, of this is my time to grow my business. And it has to be not as important as anything else on your calendar, but it really needs to be the most important thing on your calendar.
absolutely. You know, we taught, Shayna and I had the opportunity, many of you guys know this, when we were down in Arizona for family reunion to kind of co-teach a class in Jacob's office called Does Your Schedule Match Your Goals? See how she finished, because I couldn't remember what we actually called it. But does your schedule match your goals? You know what, I've heard this said before, and I was actually saying this to my 17-year-old son. It's amazing how what we teach in real estate is totally applicable in parenting as well. And I feel like a broken record all the time. How do you, if you heard the statement, if you want to know what's important to someone, look at two things. Anybody know what they are? They start with a C. It's alliterated. Your checkbook and their calendar. Where you spend your time and where you spend your money tells me what is your priority, right? And I'll be honest with you, it's hard sometimes for Shayna and for Yvonne and for myself and even Allison, because she gets it too. When an agent comes in my office or our office and they really just want to have this huge session about how miserable they are and they don't have business, and we look at their calendar. And it's kind of like, well, you know, I see where your priority is though. Playing. The freedom part. And the thing about this job in this industry is that, and these guys that just came to the class heard me say this, I'm sure, recently. What are the 3 reasons people get into real estate? What are the 3 F's? Freedom, financial wealth, flexibility. All 3 of those F's, which I swear Mac and I were talking about this the other day too, all 3 of those F's are all predicated on one thing that everybody forgets, and that's a D, discipline. None of those 3 happen without the discipline to time block and the discipline to schedule, and that's really where it all starts. Because what happens to your day if it's not time blocked?
Fills up anyway.
Yeah, I mean, personal day, right? I mean, you can say, I'm gonna clean my house on Saturday, but if you don't like block it in your head to clean your house on Saturday or on paper, what happens? You run to the grocery store, your kid says, I need to go to Sports Authority and get some new ankle braces. You know, not that that ever happens to me. You know, oh man, I really, there's a sale at Pier 1, I wanted to get, all of a sudden the day goes and then you look up on a Saturday and you go, man, it's 6 o'clock and I haven't done anything at home, right? It's the same thing in your business. Your schedule will fill up. And what will it fill up with? The urgent, junk, stuff that doesn't drive your income. So that calendar is so critical, right? It just is. So the first step is time blocking. Would everybody agree with that? Is there anybody in the room that would say, Jen, you've gone around the bend. You one too many. You're crazy. Okay, good. I don't have to kick you out. Second, what's the second piece to systematizing lead generation? Huh?
Protect your calendar.
Okay, protect it. Well, I mean, if we want to get down to the nitty gritty, and I think it's worth doing that, it is protecting it. You have to be willing to say no. What did you tell me yesterday? Cody used to say, we were having a conversation.
Love to, can't.
Love to, can't. Want to go play golf?
Love to, can't.
You know, want to go grab a bite to eat? Love to, can't. It requires saying no. That's really hard for us to say. By the way, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to give a reason. So I've known Brandon for 17 years, and if he calls me up and says, hey, let's go grab a cup of coffee, and it's during my lead gen time, as much as I have a friendship and history, and I know his family, and I know his kids, I'm still comfortable to say, you know what, no, I can't, sorry. I don't have to explain, you know, well, I'm lead generating, here's what's going on, just, I have an appointment, right? And I know Brandon, and he wouldn't begrudge me that. He'd say, great, what can you? What works? Right? You would. Uh-huh.
Who do you know that might want to go have a cup of coffee? I really
So protecting your time. What's the next piece that is so critical to making this happen? Yes, sir.
For me, it's just clarity on who I'm going to call.
I was so glad you're here today,
Yeah.
because I was hoping you would be. Last night I was thinking, I have Dave Brown this. I almost texted you, but it was really late.
I got the mental text.
Good. Yeah, you were right there. Well, and let me stop for a second. Dave makes 100 contacts a week, every week. And I see it because he hands me the sheet every Friday. And sometimes he comes in on Friday and says, I still need 22, but I'll get a text Saturday night, got him. So trust me, when he says this, he's not speaking from theory, right? And I would say that you have consistently hit 100 since, would we say October?
Yeah.
Early October? Yeah, early October.
When I first had to come in Friday in your office and say, this is what I did, this is my contacts for the week.
Yeah, accountability works, which we'll actually get to that too. But one thing you have really, I wouldn't say struggled with, but wrestled with, is who and why. So this is the preparation piece. You guys understand when Gary talks about 3 hours of lead generation, someone break that down for me. Somebody that understands the MREA, that's read it, that knows it. What does that 3 hours consist of? Is that 3 hours of calling?
Sometimes.
It may be, but what is part of it in his breakdown of time? Preparing who and what is the first piece. Then you launch into the phones, and then what's at the tail end?
Follow.
Notes, follow-up, updating everything so you know for the next time around. You want to share about your experiences with the mobile app little project that we've been working on? As a who and what to call with a message?
Well, yeah, you know, you have your database, and you can't call them every month. you know, I have about 542, something like that, contacts. You can't call them, first of all, only half of them have phone numbers anyway. But you can't call them every month. Because I get tired of, I feel self-conscious to say, hi, do you know any, you know, put the moves on for a referral. So, when something comes out that's cool, I jump right on it, and I think this mobile app thing is sweet, it's just awesome. So I'm just, you know, my initial thing is, hey, I'm giving away free tech. So I'm like, well, what do you got? And when you explain it, it's like, yeah, I'm interested. So anything that can get me back into my database sooner than what I would normally do.
The normal rotation.
I'm excited about it.
And you're using the contest
Yes.
as well. So you can kind of talk through what that call has looked like for you, just sort of
The contest part?
when you called your database to get, how is that?
The
How
free
is that?
tech thing, and
Right.
then, it's a GPS-enabled mobile app for your phone. And what that means to you is that if you're driving around and you see a sign, it automatically populates that listing right on your smartphone. You don't have to call anybody. And it has a map feature that you can click on, and if you draw a circle with that, you know, then it populates all the listings that are inside that circle. It's the best thing out there, and you know, the skinny on the net is that, yeah, it's stable, it works well, and it's just the best. And then I said,
Did everybody know all of that about the mobile app?
and then not only that, but they're giving away $50,000 as part of promotional rollout. But my final thought is, there's one caveat though, and these are all people that I know.
Sure.
And they, what's that, Dave? And I said, well, if you win the 50 grand, you have to take my wife and I out to dinner.
And it always
And everybody
gets a
laughs.
laugh.
They said, yeah, of
Always
course.
gets a
you know,
chuckle.
yeah, absolutely. So that's short and sweet, and it's good.
And have you got any push? What's the response then to that?
As far as,
How do people respond to that call?
they're happy with it,
Yeah.
actually. You know,
Yeah.
I have a few people that don't have smartphones, but they still listen to it, and they thought it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's exciting.
So there's always, so knowing the message, right?
Coming from contribution, giving away something is always big in my book.
Absolutely. So you guys are all aware there's a $50,000 giveaway, and I believe it's April 9th is when that
I heard.
is, it's on, yes, sir.
And it's 20,000 for the agent who has the person.
Yeah, 20 grand to the agent whose client gets it, $50,000 to the client that gets selected from all those that have downloaded the app onto their phone.
Plus endless free publicity from the Anchorage Daily News, although I say that with a grain of salt.
Hey, I'm working on it, man. Me and Devin Kelly are becoming buds. I'm gonna get you guys out there. That's my goal. But my point, you understand my point. Dave was able to say, who am I calling and what am I saying? Right? And it was really helpful to have that message. And so now we have kind of a blend in the room. We've got some internet lead gen, agents that you walk in and you have this sort of, well, there's your numbers. You turn on your computer and it's there. Your numbers, the leads, the registrations, and you've got the script and you know what to call. For those of you that are not heavy on internet lead gen, you've got to really attack your database in a systematic manner. Does that make sense? And you can't just be calling willy-nilly. I mean, you can, and I'd rather you call willy-nilly than not call at all. But having a message, having it prepared. So all of this takes time, and it takes planning, and this comes back to time blocking. Because you've got to give yourself time to say, what is my message? What is my script? who am I calling? Right? Does this make sense to anybody? March 31st is coming up. What's March 31st?
Residential exemption.
The residential tax exemption. What else? PFD filing deadline. Right behind that is April 15th. Not for realtors, but for everybody else. Yep. Exactly. Extension day. No, but filing day. If you have not contacted everybody that you sold or did a transaction with in the last year, or even two, and said, do you need your HUD? Did you file your exemption? You're missing tons of conversations. And if the answer is no, I have it, I'm ready to go, and no, I already took care of the tax exemption, do you think anybody's going to get mad at you for that call? They're going to totally appreciate that you thought to make sure that they were taken care of, right? I'll tell you, Questa was telling me a story the other day. She was calling through on the tax exemption to her database. She got a call from a guy she sold a house to a year and a half ago, a disabled vet What does that mean?
Huge.
Okay? A disabled vet who has